Hello again, everyone. Standing here in the courtyard of Aunt Bonnie's house. I need one more board to finish out that staircase going into the bedroom. Just scanning around. This one is complete. Say hello to Dempsey. He's supervising. Bless his heart. They turned out very well. This brick patio, it's not square. I had to take out a few extra brick. We'll have to saw cut them and put them back in to fit around this staircase going into the kitchen or dining area. The one over here on the bedroom side is dead nuts on. I just need to replace the bricks. I took them out so I could level up the steps. I'm guessing this courtyard has settled quite a bit since it was built. It appears to have done that. And one of the reasons may be the drainage system over here is completely plugged up. And it's even high. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right in the center. Right in the center of the screen right now. It's terracotta pipe with a just a steel grate cut out and put inside it. But it's completely plugged, and on the other side, I mean, it's just plugged. Other side is the same way. So water can't get out, which has caused the patio to settle over time. I'm guessing it's settled probably a brick thickness. That would be my guess. Oh, close to it. Maybe 3/4 of a brick. I can see where the soil line used to be. But anyway, yep, it's turned out very well. I spent most of the day, I shouldn't say most, spent quite a bit of the day messing around with Dempsey. Had to get a health certificate for him so he could return back to Fairbanks Monday. And finally, I think Genevieve was the one that found, bless her heart, and arranged the vet down here in Charlotte. So Dempsey has been keeping me company since Tuesday evening, which has been nice. Bless his heart, he's a loving little thing. But he enjoys the steps also. Let me tell you, amazing. He can jump with one bound from the floor up, but the steps make him lazy, just like they make me. These steps will be here for a long time. Hope the house is here another 50 years, because I suspect the steps will be here also. Use zinc chromated fasteners, so they are going to be here for the duration. They're not going to rust out like some of the other fasteners did. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a night. I spent most of the day cutting out the staircase risers for the front steps. It only had 3 risers and it needed 4, which was more work, but that's what it needed. They would have just flexed too much. They were almost 3 feet apart. That's too far. Entirely too far of a spread. Even for 2x material. So it's going to end up with 4 risers in it, one set of steps with 4 risers. And the darn front door, something happened to the lock. I can't get it to quite disengage, and I can't slide the bolt back out of the striker. It's not the deadbolt. It's the bottom latch. It's hanging by about 1/8 of an inch, so tomorrow morning I'm going to have to dismantle that. And there are no lights in here, so that's kind of the story of this house. There are not a lot of lights. You need everyone that's working, that's installed working. You can't even see in this study or bedroom. This is where I've been sleeping. You need a lamp in there because they never did install a ceiling light. That ceiling light right there is not working. Something going on with the wiring. I haven't had time to tear into that yet, but it's definitely got an issue. And it appears that it's copper wire for most of the receptacles and lights. It's not copper clad, but all of the heavy gauge wire is aluminum. So I'm going to pull that wire loose at all the connectors, and don't know if you're familiar with it, but this is called OxyGuard. You need to put this on the ends of the wire before you screw it into the connector. It keeps it from having that corrosion or white powder you see, which when you see that, you're going to have a fire pretty soon. It starts to arc. I see evidence of it in the main panel. I don't see any heating, but there's definitely white powder in there, and I'm sure it's only a matter of time before it starts to arc. And arcing and electricity do not go together. So I guess that's it. For those that want to be in the know, I'll give you a quick walk around of the rest of the house. The deck is loaded with leaves. I want to get out there tomorrow and get that off. That's nothing but a invitation for the deck to rot, which it's already challenged. Anyway, it's old. Wish I had some lights to turn on back here in the living room where the fireplace at. That's one of my favorite parts of the house. But again, no ceiling light was ever installed in there. Lots of switches, and I guess in the day, although I've never run up on it before, in the day, they must have here put a lot of receptacles on switches so they could run lamps. All right, until you empty the house out, then you have no lights. And the other thing, I got to get off of here. My God, it's 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes long. The other thing you'll notice, and I'm shocked, I won't show you every receptacle, but I'll show you a few. Every one of them, except for one, is installed upside down. I cannot believe that. That is one of the most basic journeyman skills for an electrician. Every one of them, the grounding plug should be down, and they're all up. I'm going to flip them around and also check to make sure that there's no aluminum wire in there. I don't think it is. And I know the question is, why worry with it? Well, it just bugs me. They work fine, but they're upside down. They would never pass that, even though it's not a safety issue, they would never pass it on a building inspection. Be one of the first things they catch, because it's so simple. So I guess while I'm at it, I'll also check the polarity to make sure that it was wired correctly, because you do not want reverse polarity, especially if you're using computerized equipment. It doesn't like dirty power. All right, I'm going to get off of here. Oh, might as well point that out. That's the only floor damage I see to the subfloor. And it's probably from this darn ancient dishwasher. I'm sure water was onto it. I'm not going to try it, turn it on. I think it's probably cut off. I don't see any water, but I will bet you anything that's what caused that problem right there. It looks just like water damage, rot. Very dry now, but that was an issue. And I'll take that thing out and throw it down Boot Hill, because it's useless. Another upside down receptacle, junk, an improperly mounted dryer, 220 power, a lot of mold on that wall. I suspect it came from the leaking controls right here. You see I capped these off with brass caps. Bill, you probably remember we had to come up here from Saluda because there was water running out on the garage floor, and that's where it was coming from. And I suspect that entire wall, I can see air through it. I can see sunlight when I look down in the cracks of it. I suspect it's pretty bad as far as damage. Hopefully the wood's all right. No question the drywall, and I suspect the insulation. Good Lord, this thing is 12 minutes now. Okay, I'm going to get off of here. Sign off. Hope everyone's doing well. Sure have enjoyed my time down here. I hate, literally, I told Genevieve this today, I hate to go back to Fairbanks. I want to see her, of course, but other than that, I promised a friend to put a boiler in for him in a shop. I'm going to do that, and I still have these health issues I've got to get worked out, but if the good Lord's willing, I am departing from there as soon as possible. I've got too much to do down here. But anyway, this courtyard could be really awesome. I have a vision. I must be the only one that can have visions, but they're hard for me to explain, but it could be fixed up. I suspect back to its glory days, but and this siding right here overhead, it really needs to be pulled off and replaced with some hardy board. It just does not hold paint. Never has. Since I've known Genevieve, she has tried numerous things, had people try different approaches. This last time, whatever they did worked fairly well, but it's blistering badly. You can touch it and it pops off. So it goes back to that termite saying, don't spray the termites if you don't want them to stop holding hands and the building fall down. You don't have any termites here, thank God. Just had an inspection. They didn't see anything, but it has got that paint issue back there on that siding. I don't really know what it is. It looks something like, we used to call it cremasode board, and that might be what it is. I didn't want to dig into it, but I have a feeling that's what it is. And if it is, that explains the paint just will not stick to it because it holds too much moisture. You can't seal it. You can seal it on one side. It's sucking moisture in like a wick on the backside. All right. I've now made it to almost 15 minutes, so I'm signing off. Hope everybody has a great night, and I will do my best to get the front steps on tomorrow. Talk to you later.